Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on how to apply chrome, just because it's one of those things that's really easy, but if you don't know how, then obviously it's not easy. It's basically the same as everything else. But yeah, so I'm going to be showing you how to do it. So first of all, we're just going to be doing a full nail of chrome, really super easy, and the most, well, probably the most done, because obviously it's the easiest one. So we're just going to apply a coat of black. Now, you don't have to apply black, you can apply all sorts of different, like, whatever you want, basically. Just depends, obviously, on the chrome itself as well. The chrome that I'm going to be using is a Aurora chrome, well, the one that I'm going to be using for this nail anyway, which basically just gives a different effect. Whereas there is some coloured chromes, which obviously would give the nail a colour, and regardless of what colour you put underneath it, it would still be that same colour, so it's not always the case. But like I said, I'm going to be using an Aurora chrome from Tia's Beauty, so we're going to use it over black so you can really see what difference it makes to the nail. I'm going to paint another nail the exact same way, just with black, because this one is going to be the same chrome, but a different way of applying it to get a different type of effect. So I'm just curing both coats because we're going to be putting 2 coats of colour on both of these nails. So the first one's now done. So this one obviously has just had 1 coat of black, but because my black is super pigmented, I'm actually just going to do 1 coat because it still looks brilliant anyway. And then I'm just going to get a no wipe top coat, and we're going to use that to top coat this nail. This isn't going to be like super smooth because this top coat is actually a bit, it's really low, it's almost to the bottom, and it's contaminated with all sorts of different things. Like there's little bits of glitter in there, there's flakes in it, there's all sorts. It's not going to be a really smooth application, but I'm just showing you how to do it, not like for it to look pretty or anything. It's just the application process we're interested in this video. So as you can see, there is little lumps and bumps in the polish, but like I said, there's just all sorts in this bottle because it's my top coating glitter bottle. So there's all sorts in it, but you just want to make sure that this coat is nice and even. You've not got any like dips or anything, and then if you do find anything in it, just make sure to remove it. Like obviously if you're doing it on a client and stuff, you want it to be nice. But chrome literally shows up everything, like any little tiny thing that is on your nail that shouldn't be, will be made obvious by chrome. It's a nightmare, but it's really nice if you can get it good, like coverage, not good coverage. If you can get it nice and even and smooth, then it will look beautiful. So it's definitely worth just spending a minute just making sure that all your top coat is nice and smooth. So we're going to pop that one in the lamp for 60 seconds to cure that top coat. This is the second nail, and we're going to do a coat of black. Now, depending on your polish that you use, like which brand of gel polish you use, will depend on how you do this way with the second one. If your polish has a good tacky layer, then cure it for a full cure. If it doesn't, if you use Gel Perfection, you'll notice that it doesn't. So I'm going to half cure this nail because I need it to be tacky for what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to pop it in for literally just 30 seconds. And then we'll cure it fully after. So the chrome that I'm going to be using for these 2 nails is Jewel Aurora from Tia's Beauty. It is absolutely beautiful. You don't need a lot. You don't need anywhere near what I've just got out, but I get a bit carried away. So there we go. And then you just need something to apply it. So I like eyeshadow applicators, especially because they're disposable. You just throw them away when you're done. You can get another one. Magpie do the heads for them. I still have all those, but I just don't use them because I just forget. But you can also use silicone tools as well, which look like this. They are also good for rubbing in chrome, but I just use these because they're super cheap, like I mentioned, and really easy. So I'm now just going to go in over the one that's got no wipe top coat on and just apply this all over the nail. As you can see, it's such a beautiful chrome. So you don't need loads. A little bit of chrome really does go a long way. It's really easy to use way too much, but you really don't need a lot at all. But that is literally all you need to do to apply a full nail of chrome. It's just a nice coat of no wipe top coat. Cure it fully, and then you can go in with your application. Look how beautiful that is. Absolutely stunning. So once you've done that, all we need to do then is obviously find a way of encapsulating this to keep it nice and safe. I'd recommend doing 2 coats, so you can either use a top coat which has a sticky layer, because if you're putting top coat on top of top coat, you don't want to do 2 no wipes, because the top no wipe will not stick to the one underneath. I am just going to top coat this once just for the video, because obviously it doesn't matter to me whether it lasts or not, it's just for this video. But if I was doing it on a client, I would then at this point just get a little buffer or a nice gentle file and just give it a gentle file around the free edge, so you actually remove a little bit of the chrome right on the free edge. So then when it comes to top coating, when you cap your free edge, you can just imagine, like, if there isn't any on the very edge and you cap around it, you've really sealed in your chrome, which is obviously what we want to do. And then especially if you're going to double top coat, or if you're going to base coat then top coat or anything like that, you're really going to have made it nice and safe then if you don't have any on that very free edge. So that is literally it for this one. It's super easy. We're then going to take the second nail out and we're going to apply it to this. Now this time I'm applying it directly, not onto a no wipe top coat. We're going to put it straight on top of here, and we're going to use the same chrome, and it's going to give us a totally different effect but still beautiful. So same chrome, same colour underneath it, but it's going to look totally different. It's just different application to create a different effect. So I'm just going to apply that all over the nail. It would help if it was focused. It's difficult to focus because it's so shiny. Make sure it's all over, and then we're just going to dust off any excess with a nice fluffy brush. Try not to knock everything over in the process. I'm going to dust all that off, and as you can see, it looks very similar to the other nail, but it's not a smooth application. You've got, like, it's almost like a little bit grainy, which isn't good if you want a chrome effect of smoothness, but if you don't and you want something different, this is beautiful still. So we're just going to top coat this now, and then I'll show you this one compared to the other one and the difference between them. So obviously it's nice to know that the same products can create different effects. So let's just get the other one back. So this is the difference between them. As you can see, the one on the right is super smooth, then the one on the left is a bit grainy, but it's still just as beautiful. They're just different effects. So that's 2 different ways you can use chrome. And then next I'm going to show you how to use it, like, in detail. So just to have a little bit, like, not to cover the whole nail, but to cover literally just a little bit. So we're going to go in with another nail for a start. So I'm having black as the base to all of them, just to make life easier instead of having to get loads of colours down. But obviously you can do this on top of any colour, so you can have your base as whatever colour you want, and then obviously choose your colour of chrome that you want on top. But I'm going to have a black base, and I'm going to use the same chrome that I've just showed you how to do those 2 with, just because it's already on my desk, and to be quite honest, I can't really be bothered to go and get another one out. But you can do this with any. So I'm going to pop this in the lamp for a full 60-second cure, and then once that comes out, again I'm only going to use 1 coat of black, but obviously you'll need as many coats as it takes for your brand to be opaque. Luckily Gel Perfection is brilliant, so I only need 1, and then we're going to apply a no wipe top coat. That is really, really important, because if you don't, then you're going to end up having some chrome stuck to areas that you don't want. So that's what we're going to do next. So make sure you've got a no wipe top coat ready. You can get them from all different places. Gel Perfection do make it velvet, and they do make it matte if you use those. Blue Sky have a no wipe matte top coat, which is brilliant. I'm going to use that in this video. But obviously just check the brand of gel that you're using to match your colours if they've got a matte top coat, and use that, because then you know it's been tested with that brand that you're using, so you know it's going to work as well as it can. So once this comes out the lamp in 8 seconds, we're going to apply the no wipe top coat, and we're going to cure it for a full 60 seconds. Well, whatever full cure your brand is. There are 2 ways of doing this type of design. I'm going to show you both, but we're going to start off with this one. So I'm just going to paint something totally random. Obviously you can do whatever you want, but to do that I'm going to use my, sorry about that. Actually, I'm going to use my Erin's favourite brush for this. It's absolutely beautiful, from Erin Seals collection, as always. And then I'm going to use Magpie's black gel paint, because Magpie's gel paints cure, like dry cure. They don't have a tacky layer when they're cured, so they're definitely the best types of gel paints to use. I have only used Magpie, so I can't comment on what other ones are good and if any are dry cure and all that sort of thing. You'll just have to look into the brand that you use, because I have no idea. I'm really sorry. But yeah, so, or you could always go ahead and use a no wipe top coat on top instead, because obviously no wipe cures no wipe. So I could go over this nail now that is black with my no wipe top coat, and that would be fine. So once your matte top coat has come out of the lamp, I like to give it a wipe over and then buff it. This will really ensure that there is absolutely nothing there for your chrome to be able to stick to other than what you're about to paint onto the nail. So I'm just making sure it's all nice and rough, and then I'm just going to dust off any excess dust, and then we can go in with what we're going to paint. I've just accidentally dipped my brush in the white that's on my palette. There we go. So I'm going in, like I said, with Magpie Beauty's black gel paint. I'm just going to paint some random lines. Sorry about that. My phone cut off while I was painting this line, but all I'm doing is literally just painting lines. So I'm just going to do that off camera anyway, because it's not obviously me painting lines I'm teaching you how to do. So I'm going to do that, and then we can come back and chrome when this black is cured. Okay, so these are the lines that I've painted. That is literally it, nothing exciting, just a few straight lines. So we're going to pop this in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then once it comes out we can chrome these areas, and I'll show you that hopefully it doesn't stick to the other bits. So once that's back out the lamp, we're then going to go in with our eyeshadow applicator again, just dip into the chrome and then just apply it over the top of all the areas that we've just put some gel paint. Obviously I use gel paint, but like I said, you could have placed, instead of where the gel paint is, you could have used no wipe top coat for that, and that would have been just the same. So don't worry if you don't have a no wipe gel paint. And then all you need to do is just dust off any excess, but because we applied that matte top coat underneath and buffed it, it's not stuck to anywhere other than where the lines are of that no wipe effect. So that is how to do that. So obviously now you could either just top coat the chrome and have the background velvet, or you can do what I'm going to do because you're lazy and top coat the whole nail. So that is what I'm going to do, just because it's quicker, and like I said, I'm not teaching you how to do like fun designs, literally just teaching you the process and like application of how to do it if you wanted to. So you could of course do whatever you like at this point, but I'm just going to quickly top coat. Definitely would have looked really effective half and half though, I do like that. But yeah, so that is how to do the third method. It's absolutely beautiful. You can do it on top of any colour with any colour chrome. So the fourth version is very similar to that, but instead, so I'm just gonna paint this nail black. And we're basically gonna do the one that we've just done and the first method, like in the same, like as the same method, but we're going to put them both together. So we're going to do a coat of black, making sure it's nice and thin, because black is a bugger for bubbling. It's super pigmented. You want to make sure it's not really thick. So I'm going to pop this in the lamp. I'm going to do a coat of no wipe top coat over it off camera, and then we're going to do the next method. Okay, so we're out the lamp with this one again. So this has just got a coat of black, a coat of no wipe top coat, and then we're going over, like we did with the first nail, and doing a full coverage. You can see here it's bubbling a little bit, so I actually did go a bit too friendly with the black, but it's fine, it's not a person, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I'm just applying the chrome over all of the nail, then we're going to dust off any excess. I must admit I don't really use this technique, but it is a technique that's out there, so I'm going to show you anyway. So I'm just going to pop some of my no wipe top coat on my palette. I'm not really sure how effective this one is. Like I said, I don't really use it because I've never really understood the point, because obviously under here is no wipe top coat, so I'm not sure how effective this is by just putting another coat of no wipe top coat on top of that. But there we go. So I'm just going to use my liner brush again to create some lines down this nail. So I've not put anything on top of the chrome. We're now going to be doing like the reverse method of the one that I've just showed you. So instead of doing the black and then the art and then the chrome, we're doing the black, the chrome, and then the art, and then we're sealing that chrome in with no wipe top coat at this stage. And then once this is cured, we can wipe off all the excess, and then we'll be left with just the parts that have got the no wipe top coat. So just applying some lines again. Nothing too crazy, just super quick and easy, just for the purpose of the video. I'm just making sure I've got them how I want. You've got to make sure that your top coat is nice and like even all the way up. Like if it's too thin, you might end up like not curing it properly. Like it might be too thin and then you'll just wipe it off. But then you don't want it too thick where it's not going to cure, because then you've got other issues. So anyway, I've done that. So we're going to pop that in the lamp now for 60 seconds. And then once that is out of the lamp, all we need to do is wipe over, because then we'll be removing all the excess from the underlayer of no wipe top coat. And obviously where we've put, what's it called? The next layer of no wipe top coat on the top, it will stay there. So I'm just wiping over. And that will remove all the excess. I'm really sorry, I haven't even looked to see if I'm in focus. So you can see that there, look. Just getting off all the excess. So obviously the black has already been top coated underneath, so that doesn't need top coating again. And you've already applied the top coat to create your design with the chrome, so that doesn't need top coating again either. But like I said, it makes me feel a bit uneasy because we have literally just put no wipe on no wipe, because that was what was under the chrome. But there you go, each to their own. I generally find the method that I've just done before this relatively easy anyway, so I don't really need to use this. But look, basically gives the same effect. You've got the bits where the chrome is, then you've got the top coated black underneath. Very difficult to pick this one up on camera, which is very frustrating, but you get the point. So that's that one. And then we're on to the next one, which is the last one of all. I have already painted the black layer because I'm pretty sure you must be bored of watching me do that now in this video. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of no wipe top coat on again, and then I will show you the last method of this video, which is basically very similar to the one where we did like the painting with the gel paint, but we're not going to be using the gel paint, we're going to be using a different product. So the product I'm using for this last design is this from Moira. It's been on my channel before. If you do watch me regularly, you will have seen it. It's a foil gel polish from a foil stamping gel polish from Moira, and obviously usually you'd use it for stamping, but it also works for chrome as well. But it will give you the effect of this nail, not the smooth chrome, because obviously it is a tacky product. It has to be tacky for the foil to stick to, but it's not just foil that will stick to it, chrome will too. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to use a stamping plate to stamp a design onto the nail, and then we can use that product and also some chrome to chrome over it. So I'm going to use this here because it's really cute and it's Halloween vibes, and obviously this is a video going up near Halloween, so why not? So basically what I'm going to do is just stamp it as normal. I'm not going to show that bit because obviously it's not necessary, because obviously it's not a stamping like tutorial video, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that off camera. But all I've done with this nail is just what we did with the second nail. No, yeah, with the, oh my gosh, I'm just going to explain. So basically what I've done is a coat of black, coat of no wipe top coat. I'm now just going to use my buffing block again, just to make sure that it's all nice and smooth, and there's absolutely not one part of this nail that is sticky in the slightest for my chrome to stick to. So then I know that it's only going to stick to the area that I really want it to. And then I'm just going to dust off the excess dust, and then I'm going to stamp this product onto the nail, and I'll come back and show you what we do when it's cured. So here's my nail, and here is the image that I'm going to be stamping. You can just about see it, obviously, because it's black on black. But I'm just going to pop that in the middle of this nail, make sure it's nice and stuck. And then once that is on there, you can just about see, because it's shiny, obviously, in the background's matte. Once that's on there and it's where I want it, I'm going to pop that in the lamp, and I'm going to cure it for only 30 seconds. It may depend on your lamp and stuff on how long you cure this product for, but I found that 30 seconds in mine is perfect. So definitely mess around with this, with the timings and stuff. If you're having problems with it, it might just be that. But I will cure it for another 30 after I've put the chrome on as well, to make sure it is fully cured. So once that's come out of the lamp and it's been 30 seconds of curing, I'm going to get some more chrome on my little eyeshadow thing, applicator, that's the word, and I'm just going to dab on top the chrome. And then once I've done that, like I said, I'm going to cure it for another 30 seconds just to make sure that it's definitely fully cured. And then when it comes out, we can dust off the excess and top coat, and that's it. So once that's cured for the last 30 seconds, I'm just going to go over with my fluffy brush, dust off all the excess. Don't go too crazy, because you might end up actually dusting off some of it that you want it there. But you'll just dust off the excess, and then obviously we'll just be left with the chrome where the product is. So once we've done that, I'm just going to go in with top coat now. You can obviously velvet top if you want. I'm going to gloss top just because it's really effective. And then you'll be able to see the design come to life against the glossy black background. But yeah, look at that. It's very funky. So it's not just foil that your foil stamping gel will work with. Anything will stick because it's sticky. That's the whole point of it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and it was useful. Give it a thumbs up if it was, so I know you enjoyed it. Or obviously leave me a comment if you feel comfortable. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.